Right here, we're starting off. This is the start point of the demo. Note that in the actual game, you can start from any location. You can choose a drop point, or you can start a mission organically as you wander through the landscape. And as I mentioned earlier, our mission objective is to eliminate a Spetsnaz commander. So you can see that here. It's the same as our E3 mission, but today we're going to show you a different way to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so we have your buddy. Your buddy in the demo is D-Horse. And this is, of course, very useful for getting to your mission area. Part of the Phantom Pain is getting into the mission area, accomplishing your mission, and then getting out again. So that's very important.
Say, boss, you see many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
And as Miller explained, you can extract animals from the field. These go back to Mother Base. You can kind of start your own zoo. And the more animals you collect, the more rewards you get. It's a lot of fun. All right, so right now you're seeing an enemy patrol. As you approach an enemy compound, there will be patrols that scout the roads, so you need to be careful. We're showing off one of Snake's new moves. You can hang off the side of the horse. This will lower your profile and allow you to sneak around the enemies. All right, so once we're out of view, we can get off of D-Horse and sneak up behind these guys. And while one guy's down, the other guy's panicking, so we can sneak up behind him and interrogate him.
Talk.
Now, interrogation is very useful for getting information. In this case, we learned the location of a vehicle.
Yeah.
But since we have D-Horse, we're going to move on, not look for the vehicle. So we'll send this guy back to Mother Base. We'll attach a floating balloon, and he'll go flying back to Mother Base. You'll note that all the soldiers here are speaking Russian.
Yeah.
We can understand what they're saying with the subtitles because we've already extracted an interpreter.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
So that's the
yeah,
reason.
that's
Yeah.
smart.
Right.
Okay.
So in the game, there are actual languages, and if you go into a war zone, people will speak their own language. But if you get an interpreter, you'll then enable subtitles in the game.
Okay, great.
You arrived at the objective. The target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
All right, so this is our mission area. And of course, the first thing you should do before you sneak into any enemy compound is survey the area and do some recon.
Analysis complete.
We'll start marking enemies. Do note that you can see their abilities on the right-hand side of the screen because we've upgraded our analyzer.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So this helps you choose who's worth Fultoning out, because Fultons, of course, cost resources. GMP, which we call in the game gross military product. So you don't want to just Fulton everyone necessarily.
And what are some of these abilities?
You can see, well, some people may have unique abilities. For example, this guy, has very high stats. Some people may have a botanist skill or things like that. So a lot of different things.
All right.
So here we'll show you some of the weapons that are in the demo as well. So we have a variety of weapons to choose from. This is just a small sample of what's in the game. There are lethal weapons and non-lethal as well. Of course, you get rewarded for non-lethal gameplay. Your default arm, also, you can swap your arm out because you have a prosthetic arm. You start with a bionic arm, but you can develop new types of technology. You can develop a stun arm and what we call the rocket arm, which you can fire off like a missile. We showed that off in a gameplay video a while back. You also have various uniforms that you can use, different types of camo, a sneaking suit, which reduces the amount of sound that you make as you move, and a battle dress, which offers greater defense if you want to go in guns blazing. You can also call in vehicles if you like, but for today we want to sneak in, so we're not going to use any vehicles. Also, this is a heads up to people who may want to play the demo on the show floor. We have different loadouts prepared for people. Now, loadouts are things that users can customize. You can prepare different loadouts, and it's a way to quickly drop in your ideal set of equipment. So we have 3 prepared. Loadout 1 is kind of the balanced option. Loadout 2 is for combat. And then loadout 3 is our non-lethal option. So, of course, we're going to go the non-lethal route because we want to sneak in and show you how the game is done.
We're peaceful people at heart.
Exactly. We're all pacifists.
Yeah.
All right. And also, since we're here at our mission location, we can get rid of D-Horse and call in a more useful buddy. In this case, we'll call in D-Walker, who's kind of this robotic buddy who you can ride and make him do various things.
I see animal rights problems there.
Yeah. Sure. D-Horse goes back to Mother Base now. All right, and we have the cardboard box in the demo as well.
Fantastic.
People are familiar with this. It wouldn't be Metal Gear without the cardboard box.
Yeah.
But as you can see, you can use it in new ways in the Phantom Pain, slide down hills, and this is actually a very useful thing to do because it's actually faster than running.
This is so cool.
You'll notice, though, that the enemy did see our box moving.
Yeah.
So he's kind of checking it out, which kind of worked out great for us because then our Fulton drop, our supplies dropped behind him without him seeing it. But he's going to come and check it out, so we'll run and get there before he notices us.
body has arrived.
All right, so we'll hold this guy up, and now we'll interrogate him.
Spit it out.
Okay, and now we got some really useful intel. So he's told us where his boss is. Our job is to eliminate the Spetsnaz commander. Now we know where to look. So if we open up our map, you can see now that yellow square, we know where to look for our target. And here is the supply drop that we ordered. This will contain our loadout.
He's coming too. Roger that.
And as you can see, we have all these weapons and equipment down on the lower left. You can also gather materials from the field. Now, to develop new weapons and items, you use materials in addition to GMP.
Yeah.
So it's to your benefit to gather as much as you can. All right, and while we were in the building, D-Walker arrived. So we have D-Walker here. That said, we're not going to use him right away.
Okay.
Because enemies may notice us. So we'll go ahead and scout the area out first, make sure the coast is clear. Nice, yeah. So right now we're using a silenced sniper rifle equipped with tranq rounds. And now that we know the coast is clear, we'll go ahead and call D-Walker. And what we can then do is enable search mode. And what this does is it causes D-Walker to scan the area and mark all enemies within sight. Right, so now we have the enemies marked. We'll move in. And since we're trying to eliminate the target from a distance, it's best to get a high vantage point. So we'll climb up here and see if we can find him. We know he should be somewhere in this area. Do our intel.
Analysis complete.
All right. Now, you notice that we completed a mission task there. There are various hidden tasks hidden in the mission. Try and get these guys. It's kind of hard to aim. It's a big TV. It's bigger than we're used to.
Oh, okay, okay.
We have the biggest TV.
Yeah, nothing but the biggest at PlayStation. All right. So here we go. You can see we got credit for one of our mission tasks because we tranquilized our target from long distance. And so you can have a lot of fun just replaying missions and trying to complete all these hidden tasks that are in the mission. So we're going to have to go in and claim the target, though, because just putting him to sleep doesn't count as completing the mission. So we're going to have to go in now and get him, extricate him from the mission area. So to do that, we're going to have to sneak into the compound, and we have something very handy for doing that. It's called stealth camo. Keep in mind, this is prototype stealth camo, so it won't last very long. You can see there's a gauge down on the lower left, and once that gauge ticks down, you become visible again, so we'll just run very quickly to our target. We'll also call D-Walker so we can make a quick escape once we get our guy. Of course, we have some cool music here. A lot of 80s tracks in the game. Alright, so there's our target.
That looks like the target.
Yeah.
Bring him outside, pull him out. And you can collect all of these tapes as well and play them back in the Walkman. I see you dancing there. So.
Yeah.
Create your own little soundtrack. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I know this song.
Oh, it's beret.
Yeah, his beret fell off. All right, so we got more of our mission tasks checked off. Now we need to get out of the mission area, so we'll call in our chopper. Select the landing zone. All we need to do is get out.
Oh. What happened?
All right, we got spotted.
Okay.
So, not too pretty. Now we're in for some excitement. All right, so it's we've triggered an alert. We're gonna have to get out of here quickly. So we'll use D-Walker. D-Walker has a lot of firepower. If you're ever in a situation like this, good way to get out of it.
But he can be destroyed, right?
Can be destroyed if you take too much damage,
Okay,
so he's not invincible. You do need to be careful. Also keep in mind that once you triggered an alert, enemies will pursue you, and even if you wander from one area into another, they can. The areas, the alert spans different areas, and there may be other reinforcements coming from a different base.
So you can't feel safe immediately.
Right. You're never completely safe. So you should always, you know, even if you're running away, keep an eye out behind you. Make sure you're not being pursued.
Okay. That's cooler than a cardboard box.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe. A different kind of cool.
Yeah. All right, you'll notice too that the enemies have launched flares as well. So they'll do that. If it's nighttime, they'll launch flares to try and look for you as well. So a lot of cool stuff.
Smart bastards.
Right. Smart bastards. Power the Fox engine. All right. There we go. We managed to get on the helicopter, and it looks like we're in the clear. And that's it.
Okay,
Oh,
very
mission
nice.
complete.
Great.
All right.
Thanks a lot. Unfortunately, we don't have that much time left. Actually, we don't have any much time.